live from the theater where tonight's CBS News Democratic presidential debate will be held in Charleston, South Carolina tonight. We are just hours away from what is shaping up to be another fiery showdown. Here to help us get ready for the big night are CBS News political contributors. That's Terry Sullivan and Robby Mook. They know a thing or two about presidential debates, these two. Mook, as you know, was Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign manager, and Sullivan managed Senator Marco Rubio's 2016 presidential campaign. He also has a long resume right here in South Carolina politics. So I'm really glad that you guys are here because they tell me this is a really big deal. So who do you think who has most at stake tonight? There are so many storylines between Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Mike Bloomberg. Who has the most? Who has the most at stake this evening? Robby, start us off.
Yeah, look, Biden has to do well in South Carolina later this week, and so I think for him,
his numbers are slipping here.
Yeah, it's been tightening up. That always happens. But look, this debate is, you look for moments when you can change things up. This is a moment for him to do it. Bloomberg has a lot because last time didn't go so well, so it's really incumbent on him to do well this time. But I think overall this week, Biden has the most at stake.
Yep. You see that too?
Yeah, Bloomberg not going so well is like Miss Lincoln. Other than that, how was the play?
Whoa.
I mean, like, it did not go well.
Yeah.
But like, look, this is Bernie. This is Bernie's to lose. He just has to run the clock out. At this point in time, when you look at this, he's leading in all the Super Tuesday states except for Alabama. Every single Super Tuesday state, he has got a solid lead. And it's 3 days away. It's
yes.
3 days after the South Carolina primary. So this is Bernie. So you're right. Biden absolutely has the most to lose. But I don't know how he turns it around.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that
we're still very early in this campaign. I find it so interesting when they say Sanders surge, make or break. This is still very early in the process, is it not?
It's an important point you're making. We have less than 4% of the delegates that have gone in. However, here's the thing. We're over 40% of the delegates allocated after Super Tuesday. By the end of March, it's 2/3. This moves so fast. And Terry makes a really important point. You have South Carolina on Saturday, Super Tuesday that next Tuesday. It's just a few days. So again, for Biden, he's got to change up the game. Where Bernie really stands to gain is, I think Bloomberg put out a memo. They were anticipating he gets 30% of the vote, 45% of the delegates. I don't know if that's exactly right, but Bernie will get proportionally more delegates than his vote because remember, candidates who don't get 15%, they get nothing. So those delegates go to people who are viable like Bernie.
As you point out, Terry, you said it didn't go well for Mike Bloomberg. He himself admitted it was not his finest hour. What does he need to do tonight?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like
will it make a difference if he comes out tonight and he is successful?
I mean, he has to survive. So that's important. Like, he just needs to emerge somewhat unscathed. But at the end of the day, I go back to this is Bernie's to lose. Like, debates are all about, for candidates, how I rate them is how they leave versus how they come in. And
how they leave versus how they come in. Okay, I like that.
And so Bernie Sanders is coming in as the clear front runner. And so if he just leaves the same way he came in, he's great.
He's good.
Well, yeah. And on that note, look, there's one rule of debates always for every candidate. Always be on offense. So for Bloomberg, for Biden, be on offense. Take Bernie on. For Bernie, be on offense. Take Bloomberg on. Take Biden on. Right. So that's what you're going to see here is that contest of who's actually on offense and who's on defense.
But at the same time, like it has to be like they have to take Bernie on. Like the heck with Bloomberg or anybody else. There's one guy who's in first place, and it's not Mike Bloomberg. And so they need to realize we need to engage Bernie Sanders.
All right, we'll be watching. I'll be right here sitting at the table. I really can't wait. Yeah,
right.
I really can't wait. Thank you both, Robby Mook and Terry Sullivan. Let's go back now to Anthony and Tony in New York.
Yeah, you won't be watching, Gayle. You'll be moderating.
Participating.
Yes, I know.
I'll tell you what, that really brought it home for me. 4% of the delegates are in right now. If you were thinking, like, why does this debate matter? Only 4% of the delegates in right now. By the end of March, it'll be more than 2/3.
Yeah, Super Tuesday coming up fast.